right through the very heart of it. New York, New York. I want to wake up in a city that doesn't sleep and find I'm king of the hill, top of the heap.
You wouldn't believe it, but something amusing just happened then. See the way they nodded at me? That's because I'm a lawyer. And in this neighborhood, if you meet a lawyer or a priest on the street, it's seen as unlucky. You see, we're seen as connection with disasters, and they don't like to get too close. I often think that suspicious little nod of theirs hides 3,000 years of distrust. See, the lawyer is the law, and in Sicily, where their fathers came, the law hasn't been fair to them since the Greeks were beaten. I'm inclined to see the ruin in things. Maybe it's because I'm an Italian. I came over here when I was 25. At that time, Al Capone, the greatest Carthaginian of all, was learning his trade on these streets. And Frankie Yale himself was cut precisely in half by a machine gun on the corner of Union Street, just 2 blocks from here. Yeah, there were many justly killed by unjust men. Justice is very important here. But this is Red Hook, not Sicily. This is the slum that faces the seaward side of the Brooklyn Bridge. This is the gullet of New York, washing in the tonnage of the world. We are quite civilized now, quite American. We settle for half, and I like it better. I no longer keep a pistol in my filing cabinet. And my practice is completely unromantic. My wife has warned me, so have my friends. They say the people in this neighborhood lack elegance, glamour. But who have I dealt with all my life? Longshoremen and their wives, and their fathers and their grandfathers, compensation cases, evictions, family squabbles, and petty problems of the poor. And yet, every few years, there is a case, and as the parties tell me what the problem is, the dry air in my office is filled with the green scent of the sea. The dust in that air is blown away by the thought that in some Caesar's year, in Calabria perhaps, or on the cliffs of Syracuse, another lawyer, quite differently dressed, heard the same complaint and sat there as powerless as I and watched it run its bloody course. This one's name was Eddie Carbone, a longshoreman who worked at the docks from the Brooklyn Bridge to the breakwater where the open sea begins.
Well, I'll see you fellas.
Hey, Eddie!
What?
Hey, are you working tomorrow?
Yeah, there's another day yet on that ship. See you, Louis.
Okay. See you later.
Hi, Eddie!
Hey! Where you going all dressed up?
I just got it. You like it?
Yeah, it's nice. What happened to your hair?
You like it? I fixed it different.
Beautiful.
Excuse me!
Turn around, let me see you in the back. You go Mother was alive to see it, and she wouldn't believe it.
You like it, huh?
Yeah, it's nice. You look like one of them girls that went to college. So, where you going?
Wait till B comes in, I'll tell you something. Here, sit down. Hurry up, will you, B?
Well, what's going on?
I'll get you a beer, all right?
Hey, no, come over here. Talk to me here. What happened?
I want to wait till B comes in. Guess how much you pay for the skirt?
I think you're too short, ain't you?
No, not when I stand up.
Yeah, but you gotta sit down sometimes.
Eddie, it's the style now. I mean, if you see me walking down the street.
Katie, tell it. You've been giving me the willies the way you've been walking down the street. I mean it.
Why?
Katie, I don't want to be a pest, but you're walking wavy.
I'm walking wavy.
Now, don't aggravate me, Katie. You're walking wavy. And I don't know, it looks like giving you a down at the candy store. But with them new high heels on the sidewalk, clack, clack, clack. Well, their heads are turning like windmills.
Those guys got all the girls, you know that.
You ain't all the girls.
Well, what do you want me to do? You want me to...
Hell, Kate, don't get mad, kid.
I don't know what you want from me.
Katie, look. I promised your mother on her deathbed. I'm responsible for you. You're a baby. You don't understand these things. Not when you're standing at the window waving outside.
I was waving at Louis.
I could tell you things about Louis. You wouldn't wait for him no more.
Eddie, I wish there was one guy you couldn't tell me things about.
Look, do me a favor. You're going to be a big girl now. You got to keep yourself more... Well, you can't be so friendly, kid. Hey, B, what are you doing in there? Get her in here, will you? I got news for her.
What?
Her cousin's landing.
No. B! What? Your cousin got in. What are you talking about? Where?
And I was just knocking off work before. Tony Beretti came over to me and tells me that there's ships in the North River.
They're all right?
Well, he didn't see them yet. They're still on board. But as soon as they get in, Louis here is going to meet them. Figures be here about 10 o'clock.
They'll let them off the ship all right, that's fixed, huh?
Sure. They give them regular seaman's papers, they come up with the rest of the crew.
Well, what happened? They wasn't supposed to be here till next Thursday.
I don't know. They put them on any ship that they can get them out. Or maybe the ship that they were supposed to be on is at some kind of danger. What were you crying about?
I can't believe it. I didn't even buy a new tablecloth. I was going to wash the walls.
Hey, take it easy, take it easy. They think this is a millionaire's house compared to where they live. What are you worrying about the walls? They'll be thankful. Okay, you know, run down, buy a tablecloth. Here, go ahead.
There's no stores open now.
You was going to put a new cover on the chair.
I know. Well, I thought it was going to be next week. I was going to wash the walls. I was going to wax the floors.
Maybe Miss Stondera upstairs?
No, hers is worse than this one. Oh my God, I don't even have nothing to eat.
Well, take it easy, please, Beatrice. You're saving their lives. When you're worrying about a tablecloth, or they probably didn't see a tablecloth in the whole house and where they come from.
I'm just worried about you. That's all I'm worried.
Listen, as long as they know where they're going to sleep, that's all right.
I told them in the letters they're sleeping on the floor.
Yeah, but I know, Beatrice, you've got such a big heart that I'll end up on the floor with you and not be in our bed.
All right, stop it.
No, because every time you see a tired relative, I end up on the floor.
When did you end up on the floor?
When your father's house burned down, I didn't end up on the floor.
Well, their house burned down.
Yeah. It didn't keep burning for 2 weeks.
All right, look. I'll tell them to go someplace else.
Now, wait a minute, Beatrice. I just don't want you being pushed around, that's all. You got too big a heart. I mean, it's an honor.
I'm just afraid if it don't turn out good, you'll be mad at me.
Hey, as long as they pay for their board, what the hell?
I told them.
Yeah, well, it's because I was thinking, just before coming home, supposing my father didn't come to America, and I was starving like them over there, and our people in America could give me a couple of months, I mean, the man would be honored to lend me a place to sleep.
You see what he is. You're an angel. God will bless you. You'll see, Eddie. You're going to bless you for this.
Yeah, I'll settle for my own bed.
Go, baby. Set the table.
You didn't tell him about me yet.
Let him eat first, then we'll tell him. Go, bring everything in.
Well, what's all that about? Where'd she go?
No place. It's very good news, Eddie. I want you to be happy.
Well, what already?
She got a job.
What job? You're going to finish school?
You won't believe it.
No. What do you mean job? You can't take no job. Why didn't you ask me before you take a job?
Listen a minute. It's wonderful.
Not wonderful. You never get nowhere unless you finish school. Why do you ask me?
She's asking you now. She didn't take nothing yet.
Listen a minute. So I came to school this morning, and the principal calls me out of class, see, to go to his office.
Yeah.
And he says to me, it's got my records, you know. and there's a company wants a girl right away. It ain't exactly a secretary, it's a stenographer first, but pretty soon you get to be secretary. And he says I'm the best student in the whole class.
You hear that?
Well, sure, why not? Sure, she's the best.
I'm the best student, he says. And if I want, I should take the job. And at the end of the year, he'll let me pass the examination and he'll give me the certificate. So I'll take practically a year.
So where's the job?
It's a big plum company over on Ocean Avenue.
Nelson Avenue and where?
Someplace by the Navy Yard.
It's $50 a weekend.
50.
I swear.
But what about all the stuff you wouldn't have done this year, though?
There's nothing more to learn. I know the keyboard and I know the symbols. I'll just keep getting faster, that's all. And when I'm working, I'll keep getting better and better.
Yeah, work is the best practice, Amy.
But that ain't what I wanted.
Why? It's a great big company.
I know that neighborhood over there. I don't like it.
It's a block and a half away from the subway.
Yeah, near the Navy Yard, plenty can happen in a block and a half. And a plumbing company. When it's one step over the waterfront, I'm practically longshoreman.
Yeah, but she'd be in the office, Eddie.
I know she'll be in the office, but that ain't what I had in mind.
Look, she gotta go to work sometime.
Listen, B, she'll be with a lot of plumbers up and down the street. So what she goes to school for?
And it's 50 a week. And
Look, did I ask you for money? I've kept you this long, I'll keep you a little more. I mean, do me a favor, please. I want you to be with a better class of people. I want you to be in a nice office, maybe a lawyer's office, or, you know, someplace in New York, in one of them nice buildings. I mean, if you're going to get out, then get out. No, I'm going practically the same kind of neighborhood.
Go, baby, bring in the supper. Think about it a little bit, Eddie, please. She's crazy to start work. It's not a little shop, it's a big company. Someday she could be a secretary. They picked her out of the whole class. Ah, what are you worried about? She can take care of herself. She'll be out of the subway and in the office in 2 minutes.
Look, I know that neighborhood. Don't like it.
Listen, if nothing happened to her in this neighborhood, it ain't gonna happen no place else. Look, you've gotta get used to it. She's no baby no more. Tell her to take it, you hear me? I don't understand you. She's 17 years old. What, are you gonna keep her in the house all her life?
What kind of remark is that?
Well, I don't understand where it ends. First it was going to be when she graduated high school, so she graduated high school. Then it was going to be when she learned stenographer, so she learned stenographer. So what are we waiting for now? Eddie, mean it. Sometimes I don't understand you. They picked her out of the whole class. It's an honor for her.
You know, with your hair like that, you look like a Madonna. Do you know that? You're the Madonna type. So you want to go to work, hey Madonna?
yeah.
All right, go to work. Hey, take it easy, take it easy. What are you crying about?
It's just, I'm gonna buy all your dishes with my first pay. I mean it, I'll fix up the whole house. I'll buy a rug.
Yeah, and then you'll move away.
No.
Well, why not? That's life. Then you come and visit on Sundays, and then once a month, and then Christmas and New Year's finally.
No, please.
I only ask you one thing. Don't trust nobody. You've got a good aunt here. She's got a big heart. But you've gone back from her, believe me.
Be the way you are, Katie. You don't listen.
You've lived in a house your whole life. What do you know about it? You've never worked in your whole life.
So she likes people. What's wrong with that?
Because no with the pieces if you don't watch out. Just believe me, Katie, the less the trust, the less you'll be sorry. In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost, amen.
First thing I'll buy is a rug, Haley.
I don't want it. Hey, I smoked coffee all day today. You want milk and coffee?
Yeah. It's a Brazil shit.
I smelt it too. It smelled all over the neighborhood.
That's one time, boy. To be a longshoreman is a pleasure. You know, I could work coffee shift for 20 hours a day. You go down in that hole. It's like flowers that smell. Well, bust a bag. I'll bring you some tomorrow.
Just be sure there ain't no spiders in it, do you hear? I mean it. I still remember that spider coming out of the bag he brought home. I nearly died.
Well, that a spider? You should see what come out of the banana sometimes.
Don't talk about it.
I see spiders that could stop a
All
Buick.
right, shut up.
Well, you started with spiders.
All right, I'm sorry. Just don't bring them home again.
Hey, what time is it?
9:15.
He's bringing 10 o'clock with us.
Yeah, around.
Eddie, suppose someone asks if they're living here. I mean, if they ask.
Now, okay, yeah, I can see we're getting a little mixed up here again.
No, I just mean people see them going in and out.
Look, I don't care who sees them going in and out, as long as you don't see them going in and out. And this goes for you too, B. You don't see nothing, you don't know nothing.
What do you mean? I understand.
You don't understand. You still think you can just talk about this a little bit to somebody. Now, let me just say it once and for all, because you're making me nervous, the both of you. I don't care if someone comes in and sees them sleeping on the floor. It never comes out of your mouth who they are or what they're doing there. Okay?
Yeah, but my mother will know.
I'm sure she'll know. But just don't you be the one that told her, that's all. Listen, they got stool pigeons all over the place. This is the United States government you're playing with you. If you said it, you knew it. If you didn't say it, you didn't know it.
Yeah, but Eddie, suppose
Look,
somebody...
I don't care what question it is. You don't know nothing. They're paying these people every week for information. You don't know who they are. Could be your best friend. Like Vinny Bazzano. You remember Vinny?
Oh, yeah, God forbid.
Yeah. You think I'm blowing steam here? Go ahead. Tell her you was a baby then. There was a family lived next door, 16.
Oh, no, he was no more than 14, because I was to his confirmation in St. Agnes. But the family had an uncle they were hiding in the house, and he snitched to the immigration.
The kid snitched?
Yeah, on his own uncle.
What, was he crazy?
He was crazy after, I tell you, boy.
It was terrible. He had 5 brothers and the old father. They grabbed him in the kitchen, they pulled him down the stairs. 3 flights, his head was bouncing like a coconut. And they spit on him in the street. His own father and brothers, oh, the whole neighborhood was crying.
So what happened to him?
I think he went away. I never seen him again, did you?
Him? You never see him no more. I mean, a guy who does something like that, how's he going to show his face? Just believe me, kid. You can quicker get back $1 million that was stolen than a word that you gave away.
Okay, I won't say nothing to nobody, I swear.
You know, it's going to be raining tomorrow. I'm going to be slipping all over the deck. Maybe you better put something on for me. I'll be here soon.
But I already got fish. I hate to spoil it if they ain't already. I'll wait. It'll only take a few minutes. I could broil it.
What happens, Eddie, when the ship goes out and they ain't on it, though? Don't the captain say nothing?
Well, the captain's pieced up. What do you mean?
Even the captain?
What's the matter? The captain don't have to live. Captain gets a piece. One of the mates, guy who fixed the papers for him in Italy, Lewis here will get a little bite.
I just hope they get work. That's all I hope.
Oh, sure. All the time they own the syndicate money, they're getting work every day. It's after the payoff. They'll have to scramble like the rest of us.
It would be better than they got over there.
Oh, sure. So, well, listen. You're going to start Monday, prima donna?
I'm supposed to, yeah.
Well, I wish you all the best. You know that, kid, I only want the best for you.
You sound like I'm going a million miles.
Yeah, I know. I guess I just never figured on one thing.
What?
Well, that you would ever grow up. Hey, I think I left a cigar in my eye in the kitchen.
Stay there, I'll get it for you.
Are you mad at me lately?
Who's mad? I'm not mad. You're the one who's mad.
All right. Don't worry about me anyway.
Don't burn yourself. Maybe you better go and help with the dishes.
Oh, I'll do the dishes, baby.
He was as good as a man could be in a life that was hard and even. He worked on the piers when there was work. He brought home his pay, and he lived. And at 10 o'clock of that night, after they had eaten, the cousins came.
Okay, fellas, you're on your own now. And just be careful, that's all. Okay. Ground floor. I'll see you on the pier tomorrow. You gotta work.
Thank you.
This will be the first house I ever walk into in America. Imagine. She said they were home.
Shh, come.
Are you Mark? See, Mark, come here, come here.
Here, take the bag. My husband Eddie, and Catherine, my sister Nancy's daughter.
My brother, Rodolfo. Eddie, I want you to know right away, when you say go, we will go.
Oh, no, no.
I see it is a small house, but maybe soon we can have our own house.
No, we've got plenty of room here, Marco. You're welcome. Katie, why don't you fix us some supper?
Oh, come here, sit down. I'll get you some soup.
Oh no, we ate on the ship, thank you.
Catherine, get some coffee. We'll all have coffee. Come, sit down, sit down.
So, how come you so dark and you're so light, Rodolfo?
I don't know. 1,000 years ago, they say the Danes invaded Sicily.
He's practically blonde.
So how's the coffee doing?
Oh, I'm getting it.
So, you have a good trip?
Well, the ocean is always rough, but we are good sailors.
Okay, no trouble getting here, huh?
No, the man bought is a very nice man.
He says we start work tomorrow. Is he honest?
No, but as long as you owe the money, they'll get you plenty of work. Do you ever work on the piers in Italy?
There's no.
In our town, there are no piers, only the beach and small fishing boats.
So, what kind of work did you do?
Whatever there is, anything.
Sometimes they build a house, or they fix the bridge. Mark is the mason, and I bring him the cement. In the harvest time, we will work in the fields. Anything, if there is work.
Oh, still bad, huh?
Bad, yes.
It's terrible. We all stand around in the piazza, listening to the fountain like birds. Everybody waits only for the train.
What's on the train?
Nothing. But if you're lucky that there are a few passengers, you'll make a couple deal pushing the taxi up the hill.
You gotta push a taxi?
Oh, sure. It's a feature of our town. See the horses in our town, they are skinnier than the goats. So if there are too many passengers, we will help to push the carriages to the hotel. In our town, the horses are only for show.
So why don't they have automobile taxis?
But there is one. We push that too. Everything in our town, you got to push.
Well, how do you like that?
So what do you want to do? Do you want to stay in this country or do you want to go back?
Go back.
Well, you're married, ain't you?
Yes, I have 3 children.
3. I only one.
Oh no, I have 3 now. 4 years, 5 years, 6 years.
I bet they're crying for you already, huh?
What can I do? The oldest one is sick in his chest. My wife, she feeds them from her own mouth. I tell you the truth. If I stayed there, they would never grow up. They eat at the sunshine.
Oh my God. So how long you want to stay?
Oh, well, with your permission, maybe we...
No, she don't mean in the house.
Oh,
She means in the country.
Oh, I see. 4, 5, 6 years, I think.
He trusts his wife.
Well, maybe if you get enough, you can go back.
I hope. I don't know. I understand it is not so good here either.
No, you guys will do all right until you pay them off. You'll make better here than there, sure.
How much? We hear all kinds of figures. How much can a man make? We'll work all day, all night.
Well, on average, the whole year, maybe, well, it's hard to say. See, sometimes we lay up. There's no ships 3-4 weeks.
3-4 weeks.
Yeah, but I would think over the whole 12 months of the year, maybe 30-40 a week.
Dollars.
Sure, dollars, yeah.
Beatrice, if we could stay here a few months.
Listen, Marco, you are welcome.
Because if I can stay here, I can send a little more.
Yeah, as long as you want. We got plenty of room.
My wife, I want to send straight away, maybe $20.
Hey, Marco, don't worry. You can send us something next week already.
Oh, Eduardo.
Hey, what the hell? Don't thank me. It's no skin off me. Katie, fine. Where's the coffee?
I got it on.
All right.
So, are you married too? No.
Oh no,
I told you.
I know, I just thought maybe you got married recently.
I have no money to get married. I have a nice face, but no money.
He's a real blonde.
You want to stay here too, huh, for good?
Me, yes, forever. I will do it in a minute. And when I am rich, I will go back to Italy, and I will buy a motorcycle.
A motorcycle?
With a motorcycle in Italy, you will never starve anymore.
I'll get the coffee.
So what do you do with a motorcycle?
He dreams.
Why? Messages. The rich people in the hotel always need someone who will deliver a message, and quickly, with great noise. With a blue motorcycle, I would station myself in the courtyard of the hotel, and in it I would have messages.
Why can't you just walk or take a trolley or something?
No, the machine is necessary, see? A man walks up to a great hotel. I am the messenger, he says. Who is this man? He disappears walking. There is no noise, nothing. Or maybe he will never return. Maybe he will never deliver the message. But a man who rides up on a great machine, this man is responsible. This man exists. He will be given messages.
If you have no wife, you have dreams.
I'm a singer also.
Well, you mean a regular?
Well, yes. One night in the hotel, Andreola got sick. He's a baritone. And I took his place in the garden of the hotel. 3 arias I sang without a mistake. 1,000 Glen notes they threw from the tables. The money was falling into the treasury like a storm. It was marvelous. We survived 6 months on that. Eh, Marco?
2 months.
Well, can't you get a job in that place?
Andreola got better. He's a baritone. Very strong.
He sang too loud.
Why too loud?
Too loud. The hotel is full of Englishmen. They don't like it too loud.
I never heard anybody say it was too loud.
Loud. I knew it was too loud as soon as he started to sing.
Well, why did they throw so much money?
They paid for your courage. The Englishmen, they like the courage, but once is enough.
Well, I never heard anybody say it was too loud.
You ever hear jazz?
Well, sure, I sing jazz.
You can sing jazz?
Sure, I sing jazz, Napoleon, bel canto. I sing paper doll. You like paper doll?
Oh, sure, I'm crazy for Paper Doll. Go ahead, sing it.
I'm gonna buy a...
Hey, kid!
Leave it finish, it's terrific.
No, hey, you don't want to get picked up, do you, kid?
No.
No, it's just that we've never had no singers in the house, you know what I mean? all of a sudden there's a singer in the house.
Yes, be quiet.
I mean, you
be
know-
quiet, though.
I mean, you know, they got people all over the neighborhood, Mom.
Yes, be quiet. You'll be quiet, Rodolfo.
So what's the high heels for, Garbo?
I figured for tonight.
Do me a favor. Go ahead. Well, all actresses, they want to be around here.
In Italy, too. All the girls. Especially when they are so beautiful.
You like sugar?
Sugar? Yes, I like sugar very much.
Who will ever know what will be discovered? Eddie Calhoun didn't realize he had a destiny. Who will ever know what will be discovered? Eddie Calhoun. Man lives, looks after his family, goes bowling, eats, gets old, and then he dies. And now as the weeks passed, there was a future. There was a trouble. that would not go away.
It's after 8.
Well, it's a long show in the Paramount.
They must have seen every picture in Brooklyn by now. The kid's supposed to stay at home when he ain't working. He ain't supposed to go around advertising himself.
Well, that's his trouble. What do you care? They pick him up, they pick him up. Now come in the house.
What happened to the stenography? I don't see her practice no more.
She'll get back to it. She's excited, Eddie.
She tell you anything?
What is the matter with you? That's a nice kid.
That's a nice kid. It gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Oh, go on. You're just jealous.
Of him? Boy, you don't think much of me.
I don't understand you. What's so terrible about it?
Well, that's all right with you? That's going to be her husband?
Why? He's a nice kid. He's good looking and he's a hard working fella.
He sings, do you know that?
Ah, what do you mean sing?
He sings on the ships, all of a sudden the whole song comes out of his mouth with motions. Paper donut calling him now, canaries like a wheel. He comes out on the deck 1, 2, 3 as a regular free show.
Well, he's a kid. He don't know how to behave himself yet.
And with that wacky hair, he's like a chorus girl
So
or
he's
something.
blonde, so...
I just hope that's his regular hair, that's all.
Are you crazy or something?
I ain't crazy, but I ain't gonna stand around looking at that. For that character, I didn't bring her up.
Did you never see a blonde guy in your life? What about Whitey Ballstone?
Sure. Why you don't sing? Why you don't do like that on the ships?
Well, maybe that's the way they do it in Italy.
Then why don't Marco sing? Marco goes around like a man. Nobody kids Marco. You know, I'm surprised, B. I'm surprised I gotta tell you this.
Listen, you ain't gonna start nothing here.
I ain't starting nothing, but I ain't standing around looking at that. I didn't bring her up for him. I tell you, I'm surprised. I sit there waiting for you to wake up, but everything is great with you.
Oh no, everything ain't great with me.
No?
No, I got other worries.
Yeah?
Yeah, you want me to tell you?
What worries have you got?
When am I gonna be your wife again, Eddie?
I ain't been feeling good. They bothered me since they came.
For almost 3 months, you don't feel good. They only been here a couple of weeks. It's 3 months, Eddie.
I don't want to talk about it.
What's the matter, huh? You don't like me?
What do you mean I don't like you? I just said I don't feel good, that's all.
Tell me, am I doing something wrong? Talk to me.
I can't talk about it.
Tell me.
Look, I've got nothing to say about it. Look, just lay off. I'll be all right. I'm worried about her.
The girl is gonna be 18 years old. It's time already.
He's taking her for a ride.
All right, that's her right. What, you gonna stand over her till she's 40? Eddie, I want you to cut it out now, you hear me? I don't like it. Now come in the house.
I'm going to take a walk. Go ahead.
They ain't gonna come any quicker if you stand here in the street.
No, I'll be all right.
It
Go
ain't
ahead.
nice, Eddie.
Go ahead. I'm just going to wait here.
Hey, hi Eddie. How you doing? Do you want to go bowling tonight?
No, I'm too tired. I'm going to sleep.
Oh. Hey, how's your two submarines going?
Yeah, okay.
I see they're getting all the work all the time.
Oh, sure. They're doing all right.
Hey, that's what we ought to do. We ought to leave the country, come back in under the water, then we'll get work.
Yeah, you ain't kidding.
Well, what the hell, huh?
Yeah, sure.
Hey, I tell you, Eddie, you're getting a lot of credit coming out of this.
Don't bother me. Don't cost me nothing.
The older one, though, he's a regular bull. I saw him last week lifting coffee bags over the Matson line. I'm telling you, if they'd left him alone, he would have loaded the whole ship by himself.
Yeah, he's a strong guy, that guy. Their father was a regular giant, supposed to be.
Yeah, you could see he's a regular slave, yeah.
That blonde one, oh, he's got a sense of humour.
Yeah, well, he's funny.
No, he ain't exactly funny. He just like makes remarks like, you know, he comes around and everybody's laughing.
Yeah, but he's just a kid. He's just a kid, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he just makes remarks like, you know.
Yeah. He's got a sense of humour.
Yeah, I know. You see him, and everybody's happy. I was working with him the other day, and he's unbelievable. Everybody comes around, and they're all happy with each other. I'm telling you, they was all hysterical.
Why? What'd he do?
I don't know. He was just humorous, that's all. You never can remember what he says. It's the way he says it.
Yeah, well,
And he sometimes gives you a look. And you just start laughing.
He's got a sense of humour.
Yeah, well, we'll see you, Eddie.
Yeah, take it easy.
Yeah, see ya.
If you come bowling, Eddie, we'll be down Flatbush Avenue.
Hi, Eddie, what a picture we saw. Did we laugh?
Where'd you go?
Paramount was with those two guys, you know?
Brooklyn Paramount.
Sure, I told you I wasn't going to New York.
Okay. I only asked. It's just that I don't want to hang around Times Square seats for the tramps over there.
I would like to go to Broadway, Miss Eddie. I'd like to walk with her where the opera and the theatres are. Ever since I was a young boy, I see pictures of those lights.
Now, I want to talk to her, Rodolfo. Go inside with her.
We only walk in the street together, Eddie. She teaches me.
You know what he can't get over? That there's no fountains in Brooklyn.
Fountains?
In Italy says every town's got fountains, and they meet there. And you know what else they got? They got oranges and lemons on trees. I mean, it's interesting, but he's crazy for New York.
Why can't we go once? To Broadway.
Look, I gotta tell her something.
Maybe you can come too. I'd like to see those lights. I'll walk by the river before I go to sleep.
Why don't you talk to him, Eddie? He blesses you and you don't talk to him hardly.
I bless you. You don't talk to me.
I don't talk to you? What do you mean?
But I don't see you no more. I come home and you're running around someplace.
Well, he wants to see everything, and so we go. You mad at me?
No, it's just that I used to come home and you was always there. Now I turn around, you're a big girl. I don't know how to talk to you no more.
Why?
I don't know, you're running, Katie, you're running. I don't think you're listening anymore to me.
Eddie, sure I am. What's the matter? You don't like him?
You like him, Katie?
Yeah, I like him.
You like him.
Yeah. What do you got against him, Eddie? I don't understand. He only blesses you.
He don't bless me, Katie.
Sure he does. You're like a father to him.
Katie,
What, Eddie?
are you gonna marry him?
I don't know. You've just been going around, that's all. What you got against him? I don't understand. What?
He don't respect you.
Why?
Look, if he wasn't an orphan, wouldn't he ask your father's permission before he started running around with you like this?
Well, he didn't think you'd mind.
Oh no, he knows I mind. But it don't bother him that I mind. Don't you see that?
No, Eddie, he's got all kinds of respect for you. Me too. You cross the street, he takes my arm, he practically bows to me. You got him all wrong, Eddie, I mean it.
He's only bowing to his passport.
His passport?
Yeah, that's what's going on here. He marries you, he's got the rights to be an American citizen. You understand what I'm telling you? The guy's just looking for his break, that's what he's looking for.
No, Eddie, I don't think so.
You don't think so? Kenny, you're going to make me cry. Is that a working man? What does he do with his first money? Jacket he buys, records, a pony pair of shoes. And his brother's kids are over there, starving with tuberculosis. It's a hit and run guy, but he's got bright lights in his head. Broadway. Them sort of guys don't think about nobody but themselves. You marry him, the next time you see him be for divorce.
Eddie, he never said a word about his papers.
You mean he's supposed to tell you that?
Well, I don't think he's even thinking about it.
What's better for him to think about? He could be picked up any day now and he's pushing taxis back up the hill.
No, Eddie, I don't think so.
Katie, come on, listen to me, please.
I don't want to hear it.
Katie,
He loves me!
Don't say that, for God's sake. This is the oldest racket in the country. They've been putting this. They've been doing this since the immigration law was put in.
I don't want to hear it!
Katie!
Stop it!
Katie! Will you straighten her out?
When are you gonna leave her alone?
B, the guy is no good.
You're gonna leave her alone, you're gonna drive me crazy.
Oh, the hell with it.
What are you gonna do with yourself?
I don't know.
Don't tell me you don't know. You're not a baby anymore. What are you gonna do?
He won't listen to me.
I don't understand this, Catherine. He's not your father. I don't understand what's going on here.
What am I going to do? Just kick him in the face with it?
Look, honey, you want to get married or don't you want to get married? What are you worried about, Katie?
I don't know, B. It just seems wrong if he's against it so much.
Sit down, honey. Come. I want to tell you something. Was there ever any fella he liked for you? There wasn't, was there?
He says Rodolfo's just after his paper.
Look, what does he care what he says? If it was a prince came here for you, it'd be no different, honey. You know that.
Dad,
So what does that mean?
what?
It means you gotta be your own self more. You still think you're a little girl, honey, but nobody else can make up your mind up for you. You understand? You gotta get him to understand that he can't give you orders no more.
How am I going to do that? He still thinks I'm a baby.
Because you think you're a baby. I told you 50 times already, you can't act the way you act. You still walk around in front of him in your slip.
Well, I forgot.
Or like you sit on the edge of the bathtub talking to him when he's shaving in his underwear.
When did I do that?
I seen you in there this morning.
Oh, well, I wanted to tell him something, and so
I know, honey, but if you act like a baby, he'd be treating you like a baby. Like when he comes home sometimes, you throw yourself at him like when you was 12 years old.
Well, I like to see him, and so I'm
Look,
happy.
I'm not telling you what to do, honey.
No, you could tell me, Dee. Gee, I'm all mixed up. See, I look so sad now, and it hurts me.
Look, honey, if it's gonna hurt you so much, you're gonna end up an old maid here.
No.
I'm telling you the truth. I'm not making a joke. I tried to tell you a couple of times in the last year or so. That's why I was so happy you was going out to get work. You wouldn't be here so much and you'd be a little more independent. I mean it, honey. It's wonderful for a whole family to love each other, but you're a grown woman. And you're in the same house with a grown man. So you'll act different now, huh?
Oh, no.
Yeah, because it ain't only up to him, Katie. You know, I told him the same thing already.
What?
That he should let you go. But you see, if only I tell him, he thinks I'm just bawling him out or I'm just jealous or something.
He said he was jealous?
No, I'm just saying maybe that's what he thinks. You think I'm jealous of you, honey?
No, it's the first I thought of it.
Well, you should have thought about it before. But I'm not. We'll be all right. Just give him to understand you don't have to fight. You're a woman, that's all. Now you got a nice boy. And the time came when you said goodbye, all right?
If I can.
Honey, you gotta.
Okay.
It was at this time he first came to see an accident case some years before. So I was aware of the family in a casual kind of way. I remember him now as he walked through my doorway. His eyes were like tunnels. I thought he'd committed a crime. But then I realized it was just a passion that moved into his body like a stranger. I'm not sure what I can do for you. Is there a question of law somewhere?
Well, that's what I want to ask.
Well, it's not illegal for a girl to fall in love with an immigrant.
Yeah, but what if the only reason is for him to get his papers?
Well, first of all, you don't know that.
I can see it in his eyes. He's laughing at her and he's laughing at me.
Eddie, I'm a lawyer. I can only deal in what's provable. You understand that, don't you? Can you prove that?
I know what's in his mind, Mr. Alfieri.
Eddie, even if you could prove that.
Now, will you listen? Will you listen to me a minute? My father always said that you was a smart man. I want you to listen to me.
I'm only a lawyer, Eddie.
Will you listen to me a minute? I'm talking about the law. Now, just let me bring out my thoughts here. Don't you stand to reason that a guy which he comes into the country illegal, that he's going to take every penny he makes and put it in the sun? Because he don't know from one thing to another, right?
All right.
But this guy ain't worried. He's spending. Records he buys now. Shoes, jackets. He's here. I mean, so it must be that he's already got it laid out in his mind that he's staying, right?
Well, what about it?
I'm talking to you confidential, ain't I?
Certainly.
I mean, he don't go no place else but here because I don't like to say this about anybody, even my wife. I didn't exactly say this.
What is it?
The guy, he ain't right.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, he ain't right.
Don't get you.
Did you ever get a look at him?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
He's blonde, you know, like flat. Do you know what I mean?
No.
I mean, if you close the paper fast, you could blow him over.
Well, that doesn't mean.
He sings. He sings. Sometimes he hits a note, like a turn around, I mean, high.
Yeah, but well, that's a tenor.
Oh, no, this ain't no tenor, Michelle, for I know a tenor. No, I mean, if you came in the house and you didn't know who was singing, you won't be looking for him. You'll be looking for her. No, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Listen, a couple of nights ago, my niece brings out a dress for her, which is too small for her now, because, well, she shut up like a light this last year. He takes the dress, he lays it on the table, he cuts it up, 1, 2, 3. He makes a new dress. I mean, he looked so sweet there. He was like an angel. You could kiss him, he was so sweet.
Now, look at
Now listen, they're laughing at him on the piers. His brother thinks it's because he's got a sense of humour, which he's got. But that ain't what they're laughing at. Now he comes into my house, and he lays his hands on her. Well, he's seeking me out, Mr. Alfieri, because I struggle for that girl.
Eddie, look, I have my own family, I understand you, but the law is very specific. The law does not allow you.
Yeah, but there must be some kind of law which a man which comes into the country illegal and marries a girl, you know, there must be something.
There's nothing you can do about it, Eddie. Believe me.
Well, nothing.
Nothing. There's only one question of law here.
What?
The way in which they enter the country, but I don't think you want to do anything about that now, do you?
Well, you mean...
Well, they entered illegally.
Oh, Jesus, no, I wouldn't do nothing about that.
You gonna let me speak now? Huh?
Yeah, but there must be some kind of law, Mr. Alfieri, that, you know...
Eddie, I want you to listen to me. You've got somebody sometimes mixes up the people. Man loves his wife, he loves his children. The man's got to love somebody, huh? But sometimes there's just too much. There's too much and it goes where it mustn't. A man, brings up a child. Maybe it's a niece, maybe it's a daughter. And over the years, there's just too much love for the daughter. There's too much love for the niece. Do you understand what I'm saying to you?
Well, you mean I shouldn't look out for a good?
Yes, but these things have to change, Eddie. That's all. The child has to grow up, and the man has to learn to forget, because otherwise, where else will it end? Then this is my advice. You did your job. It's her life now.
Well, all right, thanks. Thanks very much.
But she's a woman now.
Yeah, but there's this. What can I do? I'm a patsy. What can a patsy do? I worked like a dog 20 years, so I punked her, but that's what I've done. I mean, in the worst times, when there was no ships coming in the harbour, I didn't stand around looking for relief, I hustled. When there was empty piers in Brooklyn, I went to Hoboken, Staten Island, New Jersey, all over. Till I made a promise. I took out of my mouth to give to her. I took out of my wife's mouth. I walked hungry 20 days in this city. And now I gotta sit in my house and watch a son of a big punk like that, which he came from nowhere. I gave him my house to live. I gave him the blankets off my bed. And now he comes in and he puts his dirty, stinking, filthy hands on her like a goddamn thief.
Eddie, she wants to get married. She can't get married to you, can she?
What the hell are you talking about, Mary Lee? I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
I gave you my advice. That's it.
Look, he's just eating me out with stuff, food.
I understand, Eddie. Can you put it out of your mind?
Yeah.
Can you do that?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm all right. I'll see you around.
Sometimes you want to spread the land, but nothing has happened. I knew there and then that I could have finished the whole story that afternoon. It wasn't as though there was a mystery to unravel. I could see every step coming, step after step, like a dark figure walking down a hall towards a certain door. I could see where he was headed for. I could see where he was going to end. And I sat here. Why? Being an intelligent man, it was impossible to stop it. I even went to see an old lady in the neighborhood, a very wise old woman. And I told her, and she just nodded and said, pray for him. And so I waited here.
You know where they went?
Where?
They went to Africa once, on a fishing boat. It's true, Eddie.
I didn't see nothing.
And I was never even in Staten Island.
You didn't miss nothing. Hey, Marco. So how long did that take you to get to Africa?
2 days. We went all over.
Once we went to Yugoslavia.
Pay all right in them boats, Marco?
If you catch the fish, they pay all right. Yes.
They're family boats, though. And no one in our family owned them. So we only worked when one of the families was sick.
You know, Marco, what I don't understand? There's an ocean full of fish and yous are all starving.
Gotta have boats, nets. You need money.
Yeah, but couldn't they like fish from the beach and see them down at Coney Island?
Sardines?
Sure. How you gonna catch sardines on a hook?
Well, they're I didn't know they were sardines. Katie, they're sardines.
Yeah, they found them all over the ocean. Africa, Yugoslavia.
Oh, it's funny, you know. You never think of sardines swimming in the ocean.
I know, it's like oranges and lemons on trees. I mean, you never think of oranges and lemons on trees.
Yeah, I heard, Marco, that they paint the oranges to make them look orange. Yeah. I heard like they grow green.
No. In Italy, the oranges are orange.
The lemons, they grow green.
I know lemons grow green, for Christ's sake. You see them in the store and they're green sometimes. I didn't say nothing about lemons, I said oranges they paint.
Your wife is getting the money okay, Marco?
Oh, yes. She bought medicine for my boy.
Oh, that's wonderful. You feel better, huh?
Oh, yes, but I am lonesome.
Yeah. I hope you're not going to do like some of them out here. They're here 25 years, some men, and they don't get enough together to go back twice.
Oh, no, I know we have many families in our town. Some of the children never saw their fathers, but I will go back. Maybe 3, 4 years, I think.
Or maybe you should keep a little more here, because maybe she thinks it comes so easy you never get ahead of yourself.
Oh no, I've seen that everything she saves. She is very lonesome.
She must be nice, huh? She pretty?
No. but she understands everything.
Oh, he's got a clever wife.
I bet you there's plenty of surprises when those guys get back. Hey, Marco?
Surprises?
Yeah, you know, they count the kids, and there's a couple extra for when they left.
No. The women wait, Eddie. Most. Very few surprises.
It's more strict in our town. It's not so free.
It ain't so free here, Adolfo, like you think. I seen greenhorns get in trouble that way sometimes. They think just because the girl don't go around with a shawl over it, that she ain't strict. The girl don't have to be wearing a black dress to be strict, if you know what I mean.
Yes, but I always have respect.
No, I know. But in your town, you wouldn't just drag the girl off without permission, would you? I mean, it might be a little bit different here, but, you know, it's just as strict.
Beg your pardon.
Well, he didn't exactly drag her off, though, Eddie.
Yeah, I know. But I just seen some of them get in trouble that way sometimes. I think that, you know, she always run around like that. I mean, it might be a little bit more free here, but it's just as strict.
I do anything wrong in?
Hey, look, kid. I ain't a father, I'm on your uncle.
Well, then be an uncle, then. And me.
No, Beatrice, if he does wrong, you must tell him. What does he do wrong?
Well, Marco, till he came here, she was never out on the street until 12 o'clock at night.
You come home early now, Rodolfo.
Wait, you said the movie ended late, honey.
Yeah.
Well, tell him, honey. The movie ended late.
Look, B, all I'm saying is he thinks she always stayed out like that.
You come home early now, Rodolfo.
Sure. Eddie, I can't stay in the house all the time.
Look, kid, I ain't just talking about her. The more you run around, the more chance you're taking. I mean, suppose he gets by car. Who is he? Where's his papers? You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, who is he in the daytime, though? It's the same chance in the
Yeah, but he
daytime.
don't have to go looking for it, Beatrice. If he's here to work, then he should work. If he's here to fool around, then he can mess around a little bit. But I understood, Marco, that you were both coming here to make a living for your family. I mean, you know what I'm talking about.
I beg your pardon.
I mean, that's what I understood in the first place.
Yes, that is why we came.
Well, that's all I'm asking.
You want to dance, Ralpho?
No, I'm tired.
Oh, go ahead, dance, Rodolfo.
Come on, they got a beautiful quartet, these guys.
What's that new record?
No, it's the same one we bought the other day.
They only bought 3 records. Hey, Ed, it must be nice to go on one of those fishing boats. See all them other countries.
Yeah.
I'd like that myself. But the women don't go along, I bet.
No, not on the boat, out work.
What do you got, like a regular kitchen and everything?
So, it's a good on the boat, especially when Rodolfo comes along. You'll get fat.
Oh, he cooks?
He's a good cook. The rice, the pasta, the fish.
He's a cook, too.
Well, it's good. He can always make a living.
Yeah, it's wonderful. He sings, he cooks, he makes dresses.
They got some high pay, them guys. The head chefs in all big hotels are men. You
I
read
know.
them.
That's what I'm saying. That's why the waterfront is no place for him. I mean, like me. I mean, I can't cook. I can't sing. I can't make dresses. So I'm on the waterfront. But if I could cook, if I could sing, if I could make dresses, I wouldn't be on the waterfront. I'd be someplace else. Be like in a dress store. What you say, Marco? We go to the baths on Saturday night. You ever see a fight?
Only in the movies.
Well, I'll buy the tickets. Do you want to come along, Danish? I'll treat you.
Sure, I'd like to go.
I'll get some coffee.
Yeah, make it good and strong. Do you ever do any boxing?
No, I never.
No, I bet you've done some, kid, eh?
No.
Well, come along. I'll teach you a couple of passes.
Well, what's he gotta learn that for?
You can tell one of these days someone's liable to step on his foot or something. You know. Come on, kid. I'll show you a couple of
Go
passes.
ahead, Rudolph. He is a good boxer. He could teach you.
Come on, come around here, kid.
I don't know how.
Oh, it's easy. Just put your left up. Come on, you hold your left hand in front because you lead with your left. See, like that. Now, what you got to do is when I come in, you... Hey, kid, very good.
Good.
Right, so what you got to do? You come for me now. I'll show you how to block it. You come in.
I don't want to hit you, Eddie.
Come on, kid. You can't hurt me. Come on, just throw a punch. Come on. Yeah, that's it. Go on. Yeah, that's great.
He's good.
Yeah, look at him go. Atta boy, go on. You go for it. Yeah. Hey, look at him.
He's teaching him. He's
Yeah.
very good.
It's terrific. Come on, kid. Look. Come right here. Put something behind you. Come on. Hey, look at him go. Atta boy. That's very good, very good. Okay, now look at kid. Here I come. What? What, did I hurt you, kid?
No, I was only surprised.
That's enough. That's enough. He did pretty good, though.
Yeah, he's very good, Marco. I teach him some more. Yeah.
Go, guys.
Can you lift this chair like this?
Yeah. Sure. Why not? Hey, that's really hard. I didn't know that. It's because it's on an angle, yeah?
On the 23rd of that December, a case of Scotch whiskey happened to slip its neck whilst being unloaded, as a case of Scotch whiskey was inclined to do on the 23rd of December, on Pier 41. It was cold, but it hadn't snowed. The wife was out shopping. Marco was at work. The boy hadn't been hired that day. Catherine later told me that was the first time that they had been together, alone, in the house.
You hungry?
Not for anything to eat. I have nearly $300. Catherine,
I heard you.
you don't like to talk about it anymore.
Sure, I don't mind talking about it.
What worries you, Catherine?
I've been wanting to ask you something. Could I?
Well, all the answers are in my eyes, Catherine. But you don't look in my eyes anymore. You're full of secrets. What is the question?
Suppose I wanted to live in Italy.
You are going to marry somebody rich.
No, I mean live there. You and me.
When?
Well, when we get married.
You want to be an Italian.
No, but Americans live there.
Forever.
Yes.
You're fooling me.
No, I mean it.
When did you get such an idea?
Well, you're always saying how beautiful it is with all the oceans and the mountains.
You're fooling me.
No, I mean it.
Catherine, if I ever took you home with no money, no business, nothing, they would call a priest or a doctor. They would say Rodolfo is crazy.
I know, but I think we'd be happier.
Happier? What will you eat? You cannot cook the view.
Maybe you could be a singer like in Rome.
Roma is full of singers.
Well, I could work there.
Where?
God, there must be jobs somewhere.
There is nothing. Nothing. talking about? How can I take you from a rich country to suffer in a poor one? What are you talking about? I'd be a thief, stealing your face. In 2 years you would have an old, hungry face. When my brother's babies cry, they give them water. Water that boiled a bone. You believe me, Captain?
I'm afraid of Eddie here.
We wouldn't live here. Once I am a citizen, I would find a better job. We would have a house, Captain. If I were not afraid to be arrested, it would start to be something wonderful here.
Tell me something. I mean, just tell me. Would you still want to do it if it turned out that we had to go live in Italy? Just if it turned out that way.
Is this your question, or his question?
I would like to know, Rodolfo, I mean it.
To go there with nothing?
Yes.
No. No.
You wouldn't?
No, I will not marry you to live in Italy. I want you to be my wife, and I want to be a citizen. And tell him that. And tell him that yourself, please. And also tell him that I am not a beggar, and you are not a horse, a gift for a poor American.
Well, don't get mad.
I am furious. Do you think I am desperate? My brother is desperate, not me. Do you think I would carry on my back for the rest of my life a woman I did not love just to be an American? So wonderful. You don't think we have any tall buildings in Italy? No wide streets, no flags, no automobiles. Only work we do not have. That is the only wonder here. Work. How could you insult me, Captain?
I didn't mean that.
My heart dies to look at you. Why are you so afraid of him?
I don't know.
Do you trust me, Captain? You.
It's only that he was good to me, Rodolfo. You don't know him like I do. He was always the sweetest guy to me. Good. He writes to me all the time, but he don't mean it. I know him. I would just feel ashamed if I made him sad. Because I always dreamt that at my wedding he'd be happy and laughing. And now he's mad and nasty all the time. Tell him you live in Italy. I mean, just tell him. And maybe he'll start to trust you a little, see? Because I like him, Rodolfo. I want him to be happy, and I can't stand it.
Catherine, are you so good?
I love you, Rodolfo. I love you.
Then why are you so afraid? That to spank you?
Don't laugh at me. I've been here all my life. Every day I saw him when he left in the morning and when he came back in the evening. You think it's so easy to turn around and say to him that he's nothing to you no more?
I know, but...
No, you don't know. Nobody knows. I'm not a baby. I know a lot more than people think I do. Beatrice says to be a woman, but...
Yes?
Well, why don't she be a woman? If I was a wife, I would make men happy instead of going at him all the time. I can tell a block away when he's blew in his mind and just needs to talk to somebody quiet and nice. I can tell when he's hungry or wants a beer before he says anything. I can tell when his feet hurt him. I mean, I know him. And now I'm supposed to turn around and make a stranger out of him? I don't see why I have to do that.
Catherine, if I take in my hands a small bird, and she grows and wishes to fly, but I will not let her, for I love her too much. Is that right for me to do? I don't say you must hate him, but you must go, mustn't you?
Hold me.
My little girl.
I don't know anything about him. Teach me.
Come. Come inside. There's no one here. Don't cry.
Beatrice! Beatrice! Beatrice!
You got here early.
Yeah, I knocked out for Christmas early. What's this, Rodolfo making you a dress?
No, I'm making a blouse.
Beatrice went to buy presents for her mother.
What are you doing in her bedroom? Go ahead. Get your stuff, pack it up and get out of here. No, you ain't going nowhere. He's the one.
I'm going with him.
No, no.
I can't stay here no more. Don't cry. I'll be around the neighborhood. I'll see you. I just, you know I can't stay
You ain't going nowhere.
I'm not gonna be a baby no
Come
more.
here.
No! Stop! Have respect for her!
You want something?
Yes, my wife. That is what I want. She'll be my wife.
And what are you gonna be?
I'll show you what I mean.
But I don't argue with him.
Come on, show me. Show me what you gonna be.
Let go of him! I'll kill you! Let go of him!
You see? You see what he is? Get out of here, kid. Alone, you hear me? Alone. Don't make me do nothing, Kathleen. By rights, they ought to throw him back in the water. To get out of here, kid. Don't you lay another hand on here. Unless you want to go out of here feet first.
On the 27th of December, I saw him next. On the 27th of December, I saw him next. I only went home well before 6. And on that day, I looked out of the window of my office at the bay. And if I tell this like a dream, it was that way. Over the course of our 2 talks, I had noticed how almost transfixed I had come to feel. I had lost my strength some. I looked at him more than I listened. In fact, I can hardly remember what he said to me, but I will never forget how dark the room became when he looked. His eyes were like tunnels. I wanted to call the police, but nothing had happened. Nothing had really happened. So he won't leave?
No, my wife is talking about renting a room for him upstairs. There's an old lady on the top floor, that empty room.
What does Marco say?
Marco just sits there. He don't say much.
Maybe they didn't mention it to him. What happened?
I don't know. He don't say nothing.
What did your wife say?
Nobody's talking in the house. So what about that?
Well, it sounds to me as though you proved nothing about it. It's just he wasn't strong enough to break your grip.
I'm telling you, Mr. Alfieri, the guy ain't right. Somebody that don't want it can break it. Even a mouse. You catch a teeny mouse in your hand. That mouse can give you the right kind of fight. He didn't give me the right kind of fight, Mr. The guy ain't right.
What'd you do that for, Eddie?
To show her what he is. So she will see once and for all. Her mother would turn in her grave if she knew. So what I do? Tell me what I gotta do.
Did she say she's going to marry him?
She told me, yeah. So what I do?
Well, it's my last question or comment on this. You have to do what is right.
But
Because morally and legally, you have no rights.
didn't you hear what I told you?
I heard what you told me, and I'm not going to tell you what the answer is. The law is nature. The law is just another name for what is right. If that's unnatural, it's not correct. But in this case, it's natural, and a river will drown you if you bug it now. Somebody had to come for her, Eddie. Sooner or later. You won't have a friend in the world, Eddie. Those that understand will turn against you. Those that feel the same will despise you. Don't do it, Eddie. Eddie! Eddie! Eddie!
Immigration Bureau. Yeah, I wanna report some illegal immigrants. 2 of them. Yeah. 441 Saxon Street. Brooklyn, yeah. I'm just around the neighborhood, that's all.
Hey, Eddie, you want to go bowling?
I'm tired.
Oh, well, take it easy.
Yeah, I'll see you. Where is everybody? I said, where is everybody?
I decided to move them upstairs with Mrs. Donberry.
So you moved them up there already, huh? So where's Catherine? Is she up there?
I'm sick and tired of it. I'm sick and tired of it.
She moving in with them. And what are you blowing off about? Who brought them in here?
All right, I'm sorry. I wish I'd have dropped dead before I asked them to come. In the ground, I wish I was.
Oh, don't drop dead. Just remember who brought them in here. I mean, I've got a few rights here. You know, this is my house, not their house.
What do you want? I moved them out.
I want my respect.
So I moved them out. What more do you want? You got your house now. You got your respect.
I don't like the way you're talking to me, Beatrice.
I'm just telling you, I don't what you want.
I want my respect. You know what I'm talking about. This is my house, and she's my niece, and I'm responsible for her.
What do you mean your respect? What are you talking about?
What I feel like doing in the bed, and what I don't feel like doing in the bed. I don't want
When
no more.
did I say
You
anything
said
about
you
that?
said I ain't dead. I don't want no more conversation about it. I do what I feel like doing and what I don't feel like doing.
Okay.
You used to be different, Beatrice. You used to have a whole different way.
I'm no different.
You used to jump me all the time. Last year or two, I come in the house, I don't know what's going to hit me. It's like a shooting gallery here, and I'm a pigeon.
Okay.
Don't tell me okay, okay. I'm telling you the truth. A wife, she's supposed to believe the husband. If I tell you the guy ain't right, don't tell me he is right.
But how do you know?
Because I know. He give me the heebie-jeebies the first minute I see him. And I don't know if you saying I don't want to marry anybody. I broke my back paying stenography lessons so she could go ahead and be the better kind of person. Now would I do that if I didn't want her to get married? I mean, sometimes she talks to me like I'm a crazy person or something.
But she likes him.
Beatrice, she's a baby. How does she know what she's gonna like?
You kept her a baby. I told you, you wouldn't let her go out. I told you 100 times.
All right, well, let her go out then.
She don't want to go out now. It's too late, Eddie.
Well, suppose I tell her, suppose I tell her.
They're going to get married next weekend.
She told you that?
Eddie, if you want my advice, go to her and wish her good luck. I think now that you had it out, you'll learn better.
What's the hurry next week?
She's worried about him being picked up. This way he can start to be a citizen. She loves him, Eddie. Why don't you give her a good word? Because I still think she'd like to be your friend. I mean, if you told her you'd go to the wedding.
Well, she asked you that.
I know she'd like it. And I'd like to make a party for her here. I mean, there ought to be some kind of send-off. She's going to have enough trouble in her life. Let's start it off happy. What do you say? Because in her heart, she still loves you, Eddie. What are you crying? Oh, jeez, why don't you go tell her you're sorry?
I can't. I can't.
She's coming down. Shake hands.
I can't. I'm done for.
Eddie, give her a break. A wedding. She'll be happy. Ask him, Katie. She wanted to ask you. What are we going to do? Hate each other? Let's have a party. Huh? Ask him.
I'm going to get married, Eddie, so if you want to come, the wedding will be on Saturday.
Oh, okay, Catherine. I only wanted the best for you. You know that, kid. Catherine, I was just telling Beatrice, like, well, if you want to go out more, because I realize, you know, maybe we kept you home too much. Because, I mean, he's the first fella you ever knew. You know, now you got a job, you might meet some other fellas. You may change your mind. I mean, you can always come back to him. You're still only kids to both of you. I mean, you know, now that you get around a little bit, maybe you meet some other people, you change your mind. I mean, you'd be surprised. I mean, it don't have to be him.
No, I made up my mind.
But Katie, wait a minute.
No, I made up my mind.
But you never knew no other fella. How can you make up your
Because
mind?
I did! I don't want nobody else!
But suppose he gets picked up.
That's why we're gonna do it right away. As soon as we get married, he's gonna go over and start to be a citizen. I'm sorry, Annie. Could I take 2 more pillowcases?
Only don't let her forget where they came from.
Once you got other borders up there?
Yeah, there's 2 guys just came over.
What do you mean came over?
From Italy, Lipari, the butcher, his nephew. They just got here. I didn't realize till Marco and Rodolfo was up here. It'll be nice. They can all talk together.
Catherine, you get back in here. What, you got no brains? You moved them up there with 2 other submarines?
Why?
Why? How do you know they're not following these guys? They come for them, they pay Marco and Rodolfo. Lipari's garbage, I'd love to stab him in the back. Get him out of the house.
What will I do with them?
The neighborhood is full of rooms. Can you stand and live a couple of blocks away? Get them out.
Maybe tomorrow night.
Not tomorrow. Do it now, Catherine. You never mix yourself with someone else's family. These guys get picked up, Lipari's liable to blame you or even me. I mean, you know, they got a temper that can, we'll have them all on our backs.
How am I gonna find a place for tonight?
Katie, will you stop arguing with me? What's the matter? You don't think I can think you're good? I got feelings and all. I mean, I never told you nothing in my life that wasn't for your good, nothing. And now look at the way you talk to me. You talk to me like I'm an enemy, like I listen. Get up over the fire escape, go over the back fence. Who's that there?
Immigration, open up in there.
Oh, don't want to be looking at us.
Open up in there.
All right, take it easy, take it easy. Let's go.
Okay, where are they?
Where's
Where
who?
are they?
Where's who? Ain't got nobody here. What's the matter? What?
Dominic? Maybe we got the wrong apartment. There's only 2 more floors up there. I'll go up the front, you go up the fire escape. I'll let you in.
Okay,
Hey, watch your step up there.
Sure. This is 441, isn't it?
Yeah, sure, fine.
Oh, Jesus, Eddie!
Are you accusing me or something? What's the matter with you?
What did you do?
Okay, fellas, let's go. Andiamo. Andiamo. Come on, fellas. Oh, all right. Okay, fellas. Let's get in the car. Come on, let's get in.
Come on. Don't worry about it. Let's turn it on, Judge.
Please,
Come
for
on.
God's sake! Marco!
You son of a bitch!
Hey, shut that ass! You mother! I'm gonna get you for that, you son of a bitch!
You stay in there, fella. Don't come out.
Don't forget that, Marco, you hear?
Don't bother him.
You're gonna take that back, Marco!
That's one I accuse that one. He killed my children. He stole the food from my children.
Come on. Get in the way.
He's crazy! He's crazy! 6 months I kept them, like my brothers! Lipari, for Christ's sake, 6 months I kept them, like my own brother, I kept them the blankets up my bed! For Christ's sake! Louis! He's gonna take that back! Take that back, Marco! You hear me? I'm gonna kill you! I'm gonna kill you, yeah! I'm waiting, Marco. What you say?
Marco never hurt anybody.
I could bail you out until you hear him. You understand me, don't you? But I'm not going to do it until I get your promise. You're an honorable man. I'll believe you. Now, what are you going to say to me?
In my country, he would be dead now. He would not live this long.
All right. Rodolfo, you come with me now.
Listen, Marco, please, promise the man. How can I be married if you aren't here? You're not going to do anything. You know you're not.
Marco, don't you understand? You can't bail you out if you're gonna do something bad. To hell with Eddie. No one's going to speak to him if he lives to 100. Give me the satisfaction, Marco. I want you to be at our wedding. I've got a wife and kids. You could be working until the hearing comes up instead of laying around here.
Is there no chance?
No, you're going back, Marco. The hearing's just a formality.
But for Ian, there is a chance.
Yes, when she marries him, he can become an American. They allow that when the wife is born here.
At least we did something.
Marco, promise me, man.
What shall I tell him? He knows such a promise is dishonorable.
To promise not to kill is not dishonorable.
No.
No.
Then what is to be done with such a man?
Nothing. He obeyed the law. He lives, that's all.
The law? Oh, the law is not written in a book.
Yes, in a book. There is no other law.
It degraded my brother, my blood. He robbed my children. He mocks my work. I worked to come here, mister.
I know, Marco.
Where is the law for that? Where is the law for that?
There is none.
I don't understand this country.
Well, what are you going to say? You could sit here you could work for 5 or 6 weeks, or you could sit here. Now, what do you say to me?
All right.
You promise not to harm him?
Maybe. He wants to apologize to me.
This is not God, Marco. Only God makes justice.
All right.
Good. Catherine, Rodolfo, Marco, let us go.
I'll get Beatrice to meet you at the church.
Go.
Only God, Marco.
I'll be back in about an hour, Eddie, all right?
What have I been talking to myself?
Eddie, for God's sake, it's her wedding.
Look, I've told you already, Beatrice. You walk out of that door and go to that wedding today, you ain't coming back.
Why, what do you want?
I want my respect. Didn't you hear about that from my wife?
After 3 Beatrice, the priest will wait.
Eddie, it's her wedding. There'll be nobody there from her family. For my sister, let me go. I'm going for my sister.
Look, I've been arguing with you all day, Beatrice, and I've said what I'm going to say. He's going to come to this house and apologize to me, or nobody is going from this house to that wedding today. Now, if that's more to you than I am, then go. But don't come back. You be on my side or on their side, that's all.
Who the hell do you think you are? You couldn't even right to tell nobody nothing! Nobody for the rest of your life!
Shut up, Kate.
You're gonna come with me!
I can't.
How can you even listen to him? This rat! Are you scared of him? He's a rat. He belongs in the sewer.
Don't you call me that?
He comes in, he bites people when no one's looking. He poisons decent people. And the garbage he belongs.
No, Eddie, no. Then we all belong in the garbage. You and me too. Don't say that. Whatever happened here, we all done it, and don't you ever forget it, Katie. Now go on. Go to your wedding. I'll stay home. God bless you. God bless your children.
Eddie,
Who said you could come in and get out of here?
Marco is praying at the church, Eddie. You understand me? Catherine, I think it's better we go. Come with me.
Eddie, go. Let's go someplace. Come, you and me. I'll get your coat. I don't want you to be here when you come.
Well, where am I going? This is my house.
What's the use of it now? He's crazy. You know the way they get. What good is it? You always liked Marco. You got nothing against Marco.
I got nothing against Marco, which he called me a rat. in front of the whole neighborhood, which he said I killed his children. Where you been?
It is my fault, Eddie. All of it. I wish to apologize. Please, I kiss your hand.
And he's apologizing.
I have made all our troubles, but you have insulted me too. Maybe God understands why you did that. Maybe you did not mean to insult me at all.
Listen to him, Eddie. Listen to what he's telling you.
I think that when Marco comes, if we can tell him that we are comrades now, and that there is no more argument between us, maybe Marco...
Now listen.
Eddie, give him a chance. Oh, blood is
No,
good.
what this kid told me nothing to me. He didn't take my name. Marco took my name. And you can go around telling kid that he's going to come here and apologize to me. No, come on. I've had enough. Come on, take me to him. Where is he?
So what's going to mean something, Eddie, to... Who could give you your name? Listen to me. I love you. I'm talking to you. I love you. If Marco will kiss your hand outside, if you go down on his knees, what's he got to give to you? That's not what you want.
Don't bother me.
You want something else, Eddie, and you can never have it, Eddie!
Beatrice!
The truth is not as bad as blood, Eddie. I am telling you the truth.
You think I could have such thoughts, that I would have such feelings?
Eddie! Eddie, come on!
Yes, Marco! Eddie, come on! Eddie, come on!
No, Eddie, please! He has children, you would kill a family!
No! Maybe Marco will come to apologize to me, in front of the whole neighborhood. No, because he knows that ain't right.
Eddie, come in that house.
No! He wants to apologize. He knows that ain't right. To say that to a man, which I put the roof over his head and food in his mouth like in the Bible. Strangers. Strangers I've never met in my whole life to come out of the water and grab a girl for a passport. Now, Marco, you give me my name and we go together to the wedding.
No, Eddie.
No. Marco knows what right from wrong. Tell the people, Marco. Tell the people what a liar you are.
Everybody, get on these
Anything they say. Tell the people, Marco. Tell them what a liar you are.
I never left your hand about you.
Now settle for half, and I like it better. But the truth is holy, and as much as he was wrong and his death useless, I tremble, for I confess something pure comes to me from his memory. Not purely good, but himself purely, for he allowed himself to be wholly known, and for that I will love him more than any of my other clients. We settle for half. We must do. And so I mourn him, I admit it, with a certain alarm.